Hey guys, Dr. Ian here. Today I'm going to walk you through a little 5-minute mobility for low back and hip health. Just a little thing we do at the house sometimes in the evenings. I'm going to start doing it more often because I'm ramping up for a race in May, and my hips and my low back just tend to get tight. So this is a nice little thing you can do in the evenings when you're relaxing. It doesn't take much time, but can really help you feel more flexible and improve the mobility in your hips and your low back. So for this, you will need a foam roller. These are not hard to find these days. You can get them about anywhere. They're a good tool to have at home if you don't currently have one. So what I start with at home is foam rolling basically the front of the leg or the quad up into the pant pocket area, or a muscle called the TFL, clear back into my glutes and piriformis. So I'm going to kind of work this whole area. To start out with, you're essentially just putting that leg on there, keeping one leg off, and rolling forward. Now, for me, I get some nasty trigger points in my quad, so I will find those. I will roll, feels terrible. I'll roll side to side and just work on those for about 1 to 2 minutes. I said 5 minutes, but this may take a little bit longer than that if you find some stuff. So I'm working the quad all the way from the knee up to the hip. And then if I just roll out a little bit, I'm now going to be on that TFL. And I'm just working that up and down, side to side, doing the same thing. I'm sore in all of these areas, so I'm sure it's going to be good for you too. And then what I can do is put that leg over and rotate back. And now I can hit my glute. I can work that entire area. I can go a little bit more medial and hit the piriformis. So again, I can rotate or just go up and down. You can tell I'm tight. And hit all those areas. And I usually do that for a few minutes. Okay. So from there, what I go into is more stretching. The first one's going to be to open up the hip flexor and inner thigh for me, and I feel this one a lot. So what I do is I put the foam roller in the middle of my pelvis. So I'll roll that into place first, and then I'm going to straighten one leg, bend the other, and pull it up. So you want to fight from that other leg getting bent. You want to keep it straight as you bring this up and out a little bit, and you will feel that open up your inner thigh, kind of the front of the hip. For me, I get a stretch clear down to the knee as I do this. As long as I keep that leg straight, this is a good stretch for me. From there, I go into some mobility for the low back. My low back can get tight with repetitive movements. So I like to just do what's called a cat-cow. So the cat-cow is 2 positions. We're going to arch we try to get most of that happening here, not up in our thoracic spine by our rib cage. So we want to really arch our low backs, and then the cow would be dipping that down. So we're rolling the lumbar spine into flexion as far as we can go, not straining or anything, and then back into extension. So cat is what cats do, and they're mad. They're always mad because they're crazy. So that rounding where they look big, down in the low back, and then that extension dropping forward. I will do this 15 to 20 times, and by the time I'm done with that, I feel a lot better. I get better mobility down there, just get some blood flowing in my lumbar spine. And then typically from there, I'll just do the good old rotations with the knees together, arms straight out, keeping this arm on the floor, letting my legs fall that direction, holding that. Now, some people, as they go, they'll pop up. So just try to go as far as you can, that direction, and then again, going as far as you can. That direction, my back just released. So it's a really simple thing. This is not an advanced mobility routine, but a lot of people aren't doing anything for the mobility. And I think if you just take 5 minutes out of your day, do some foam rolling on your quads, your TFL, your glutes, do a stretch for your inner thigh, your hip flexors, and then get some mobility in your low back. a lot of times you feel a lot better, and it only takes 5 minutes. So give this a shot. I hope it helps, and I'll talk to you soon.